Good evening, everyone. This is Debbie Wetzler, and I'm coming to you tonight from Colorado. I'm here with Jackie, sitting next to me. Say hi. Hi. um, and this is our team phone call where we get together once a week and go over wins, go over recognition, welcome new team members, and make announcements on anything that's coming up. Uh, so um, I will get this started. We do this every week. It's wonderful to be with everyone every single week. As we all say, this is our family, and um, it has become family for me. So I know one big announcement that we have coming up is that, um, and you might have heard this on the Charge Up call today, but I want to make sure everybody has heard it. The Charge Up call is going to 3 days a week. It's going to be on Wednesday, Monday, and Friday, or Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, as most people would say. um, and we'll still be doing very similar to the ALIF process, but we'll be adding some trainings, like maybe how to get your team started, or sit down with somebody to do a launch meeting or something like that. And so we'll still have some of the same format. We're doing this for the summer to begin with. We're seeing how much, because we've added, since we began, the Charge Up call was how we learned everything, and that's how we learned about announcements, and we heard testimonials, and it was amazing because that's what we would start with every single day, and the compassion and passion in people's voices with their testimonials were just incredible, and they still are. And this is a very good venue in order to build new leaders, which we want new leaders stepping up to do some of the Charge Up calls with us. But we have so many other information spouts at this point. We have webinars almost every night, and we have team trainings, and we have Zoom for Saturdays and things like that, that we just didn't know if the Charge Up call, because we want people, to be able to put in a certain amount of hours, and that takes up 2.5 hours just doing the Charge Up call, if that's what you're listening to. I know you can multitask with that and work out and do something else, but anyway, so we want to get feedback from people about how much they use it, how many times they use it, if they think it's still a good venue, or if it's something that we need to kind of relook at, since since the world is kind of changing and going more social media. And so, David, do you have anything to add to that? And welcome to the call.
Oh, I'm welcoming you to the call. Can you hear me okay? Look at this. Look at this microphone I have here. Do you believe this?
You just
Do you
wanted to be
see?
louder?
Something's been
I'm
wrong.
afraid.
No, my laptop doesn't work great. So I bought this
Oh,
today. Do I sound okay?
yeah.
Am I clear? Okay.
Yeah, you're a little low though.
Low,
Low
low.
volume. You
Yeah.
could raise your volume a little bit, maybe.
All right. Well, how's this? Is this better?
Much sexier, thank you.
My mouth is on the thing. I mean, you can't see it because the background, but it's like there it is.
There, now you need to get it closer to your
That,
mouth, I think.
yeah, that's perfect.
I've got to get it set because I'm going to be on the call in Asia tomorrow from Malaysia or whatever Wednesday. Anyway, hi everybody. I don't know how many new people are on tonight, but good to see all you smiling faces, and a lot of you people are rocking and rolling. I can tell you that. I see Buffy's there; she's rocking and rolling, and a lot of people are. And Jesse, I hope your dad's doing okay. Um, and Harrison, I saw you this morning on the call this morning, the Zoom for Asia. And yeah, so just to piggyback on what Debbie said, Charge Up Call has been really, really instrumental for all of us, following the ALIF process, attitude, list, invite, follow up, teach, team do the same thing. Um, and we're kind of reinventing it. So over the summer, it's going to be, like Debbie said, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Wednesday, Friday, Monday, whatever she said. I can't remember what she said. But yeah, so it is going to be 3 days a week. And probably Labor Day, it'll come back kind of reinvented, but it does take up a lot of
Yes,
time.
I think he's at Ocean City. Oops.
Can you see that?
Okay. But it's, we talk about the line and above the line activities and below the line activities. Above the line is doing it. And that's where most of us should be spending most of our time, 80% of our time. Unfortunately, a lot of people spend majority of their time on below the line activities, which are really important, But charge up calls below the line activity. I mean, you're not contacting people, you're not following up, you're learning what to do. It's very important, but it takes up 2.5 hours a week of time when people really say to me over and over again, I really need to make money. I really want to get residual income. And charge up call may teach you how to do that, but you got to do it. So anyway, it's going to start. It starts is it this week or next week, Deb?
It starts this week.
Yeah, Monday.
Talked to
Wednesday.
Bob Sprinkler this morning.
Yep. So,
And we're not sure about Friday. He thought, I mean, Friday's a holiday, an official holiday. So we weren't sure we were doing one, but I know Terry Malm had asked for somebody to step up. Not
Yeah.
sure what we're doing on Friday.
Yeah. So anyway.
Hey, David, can you speak into the microphone? You're really hard to hear.
This is hard to do. I don't know why this.
I mean, you sound like you're in a tunnel.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
That's better. Yes.
I have to do something because I can't have this thing in my face all the time. I feel like Wolfman Jack.
No, it's still low.
It's still low.
Still low.
All right. Well, I'll let Debbie talk. I'll play with my microphone settings.
I can hear you fine.
We could hear you, but it was just low and it's hard to hear you.
Okay,
Anyway.
Last thing I'll say is congratulations to everybody that's rocking it. I mean, these team blitzes and this special, we got about a week and a half left of this special. It's amazing what's happening in the group. I just want to congratulate you all. I'm going to play with my microphone settings now.
Absolutely. Both my groups are rocking it. So it's been amazing to watch everything happen on the WhatsApp. All the congratulations that's going out, especially to one of them was Joyce Barron all today, who's sitting right there with someone new who I think she'll probably introduce. Before we get to that, I would like to, before we make more announcements, I haven't been on, so my apologies, I've been traveling. And so I wanted to just recognize the bronze and above people for the last 3 weeks. So, because we had 2 new bronzes, a silver and a gold, which is wonderful. So I'm just going to share my screen very quickly. What happened to it? Okay, there it is. So I'd like to send out congratulations to, as David said, everybody's rocking it. So we have a lot of new directors and Director 300s and all that stuff, but we're trying to keep this to a shorter call at this point. So our first bronze executive that I'd like to announce is Joel and Gladys Dumapias. And we know her as Girly. She's up in New York and she's from the Philippines originally, and she's been just really helping the whole group up there with everything that they're doing and keeping track of everybody. And then the other bronze we have is Danielle and Maureen Lim, and they are new bronze executives, and we want to congratulate them because it's an amazing feat to get, 2,000 points on both sides and 2 Director 300s and 200 in personal volume all in 1 week. We had a silver executive that advanced from bronze, and that's William Wynn Ellis. And he went to silver executive, and that's fantastic. Again, 3,000 points and 3 Director 300s. And then we had a new gold executive, Katrina Gualberto. Again, she's in New York. She's from the Philippines originally also. She and Gladys work a lot together. And Katrina went to gold executive this past week. We also have some new ones up in New York, 2 new ones up in New York, but they will be announced next week because they officially went this last Friday. But congratulations to everybody for all the new enrollments, all the packs that have been sold. The enrollments are really up. I think Corey said something about 90% up, which is amazing. They were expecting maybe 15%, and it went to 90. So that's just ecstatic news, and congratulations to everyone for what they're doing in sharing this, the great promotion and all the technology.
Yes, congratulations, everybody. It's cool to see everything moving forward really, really fast, and more new people coming in means a lot more people getting excited about the product. And some of these people will be interested in the business, and some of them are going to take it very seriously and really treat it as a precious gift and hit it. So we're here to support everybody. And lots of presentations this week coming up, actually. So we've got a global expansion call that's on tonight at 9 o'clock Eastern after our call. We'll end this probably by 8:30, 8:40 Eastern. And at 9 o'clock at Zoom, 850-850-8888 is the global expansion call. Let me get rid of this background here because the microphone's kind of, hold on a second. There, that's what it really looks like. So hopefully you can hear me.
Where are you?
I'm in Ocean City.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I get so confused with all of your homes.
Yeah. Yeah, I just got in and from golfing and ate crabs, took a shower, and that's why I'm sucking down water because I golfed and eating crabs. But a lot of stuff going on. So tonight we have that. Tomorrow, am I doing tomorrow night? I think I'm doing tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern on this Zoom number. I'm doing Ask the Doctor. So you can invite guests. I'll do a presentation on the product. I'll hit on the business a little bit, opportunity, and then answer questions. And then is there a presentation Wednesday night, Deb?
There is supposed to be, yes. And it should be on Sleep and Energy is what it's supposed to be. But I have to get that together, I guess.
Okay. So 9 p.m. Eastern at this Wednesday at discoverasia.com. Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, discoverasia.com is Ambassador Triple Diamond Terry Latham. And Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern is usually an interview with doctors at discoverasia.com at 9 p.m. Eastern. So those are the things that are happening this week where you can invite guests too. I think that's it for the announcements.
Okay. Well, there's a lot of Barbara's on. All right. Well, we can get into welcoming new guests then, if you'd like.
Yeah.
And so if anybody would like to start that, Joyce, did you have someone there?
I do. I'm so
Okay.
happy to have Val Gebhardt. And her
Hi.
husband, Pervez, is somewhere in the background. So she is here. I just flew from Indianapolis to San Jose, and now I get to sit next to her and introduce her personally.
Nice.
So I'll let you share.
Hi, Al.
Hi. Do you live in San Jose? Val?
No, I live in a small town called Danville, so it's near Walnut Creek. I don't know if you've heard of that. Not far from 30 minutes from San Francisco.
Oh, very
45
good.
minutes from
All
San
right.
Francisco. So so I'm just new. I'm just starting out.
Perfect. We have a team member in San Francisco named Angel Sun, who works this very hard. But anyway, so tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, well, I I currently work with children of that have special needs. I work in a communication program. And then I also have four wonderful kids, and I don't know, I'm just loving life right now. And that I would try something new. I have some health issues I'm dealing with, so I just thought I would try something new.
Perfect. Yes,
And
absolutely.
Joyce has been very informative and very helpful, and kind of pushed me and got me started. So in a nice,
Well,
gentle
she's
way.
wonderful. Yes.
It's gentle. It took 6 months. Trust me. It was gentle.
Wasn't
It
that
takes a
long.
while to
But
look at
since
it
February.
sometimes, but you'll look back and wish you hadn't taken so long. Is what
I
what'll
know, I'm
happen,
sure.
I think.
You
It's
know,
all good.
it's called
Yes,
being pleasantly persistent. That's
Exactly.
that's
Yes,
the choice.
yes.
It's pleasantly.
She has been. Yes.
Because it's important, you know, and some people you end up sharing with Val, they're gonna say, this is great, let's do it, and some
Hmm.
are going to you got to kind of stick with them, and the ones that say I don't believe a word you're saying, you're crazy. Just hope they have some pain in their body so you can.
And it's not that I didn't believe her. We just had, it was
It
just,
was timing.
life was happening. And then, everything, of course, COVID happened in March, just so much happening. So
Yeah, that's for
It
sure.
was just
it was just timing.
Yeah.
So now it's time.
Perfect.
Welcome.
Well, this will
aboard.
help protect
Nice meeting you.
all those kids around also. So that'll be great.
Yeah.
Very nice to meet you. Welcome to the
Nice
team.
meeting you. Thank you.
All right. Does someone else?
Hi, this is Paul. Schroeder. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, hi. I have a very close personal friend, prior a business associate that I've known for 15 years, Sheila Dixon. She's on the call. She's only seen as an iPhone. She had difficulty. And Sheila, can you unmute yourself? Sheila?
I'm looking.
Hello, hello.
Probably she has to press *6 on her phone.
Is she
Sheila?
dialing in? Or
iPhone? I don't see an iPhone. There's an iPhone. Okay. She's unmuted.
Sheila, can you?
Sheila, is that you?
Sheila, hello, hello. Maybe she's having
muting and
difficulty.
unmuting. Sheila, you're on. Well,
I don't know which one she is.
well, there's an iPhone in the top left corner of my. There, Sheila, are you unmuted? She keeps going in and out of muting and unmuting though.
There. Can you hear us?
Hmm.
Her microphone must not be working right because she's unmuted now.
She's unmuted, right?
Sheila,
Well, Sheila,
you
if you
welcome
can hear
in.
us, if you can hear us, welcome to the team. I wish you could speak.
She has a wonderful story to tell as well.
Oh,
But okay, maybe another time, unfortunately.
all right.
Well, next week. Oh, next week's July 4th, so we're probably not going to have a call July 4th weekend. I don't think.
Well,
Well,
hi,
Sheila-
Sheila. I know you can't hear, but hi.
Hi.
Well, Paul, just tell her to speak up if she suddenly can hear and speak. If she
Well, I
gets,
think she just heard you, Barb, say that. So hopefully she'll be able to hop in.
Okay. She must be an issue with her phone because she's unmuted and we're not hearing it. So, okay. Well, we'll see if we can do it later.
Yes.
Welcome, Sheila. Is there anybody else who's on who has someone new on tonight?
We might have somebody new named Barbara Bay because there's a lot of Barbaras. Is Barbara Bay on? Okay. I guess not. She was going to try to be on tonight. All right. Anyone else?
Well, last week I tried to introduce Renee. She's a new associate and she had problems with her phone, so she couldn't be introduced properly. So welcome, Renee.
thank you. I don't know,
There
can
she
y'all
is.
hear me?
Yes, we can. Hi, Renee.
Hi, I'm really excited to be a part of the ASEA group. And I've been, I guess, on board for about a week and a half, like she said. And currently, I'm already in the business of, I do real estate investments and I help people like that are going through foreclosure. So my background is kind of in helping people already. So whenever I heard about ASEA, it got me really excited because I was like, this is just another way to help people. So I have to be really passionate about something to be interested in it. And I've never, done anything like this. So it's all new to me. So I'm excited.
Oh, wonderful. Well, you've been helping people your whole life, so it sounds.
Yeah, well, I was a former store manager of Walgreens. I worked there for about 26 years and I left there about 5 years ago to focus on my own business. So I've been out of the corporate, a little bit. So, I love this, that, it's all on your own time and, you set your goals and of what you want to achieve. So I'm really excited. And I'm in Houston, Texas.
Houston,
Wonderful.
okay. Very nice.
So you're right. It's a business that's great for people that are self-motivated, and they don't have to have a boss telling them what to do. It's amazing. It is just such a joy and I own my own practice, my own medical practice, but even with that, it was just so many things controlling me, and it's almost
right.
I mean, people laugh when I say this analogy. going through life to me and having and being an employee or owning a business where everything depends on you, it's like going swimming with like blue jeans and a long sleeve shirt on, and you get this thing going. It's like you're skinny dipping all the time. You just feel so free. It's fantastic.
Right.
And the other thing is this, you said you help people get out of that are going through foreclosures to get their life back. You need to have a conversation with Debbie, because that's what ASEA did for her. And I think you'll appreciate it and have a conversation. So Catherine, you ought to hook that 3-way call up with Renee and Debbie.
Yes, of course, I will.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely. All right, Renee, welcome to the team.
Well, thank you. I also had someone that I've already enrolled, and I think she might be on the call too. Is April Adrian on the call? Can you okay, can you unmute?
I asked her to unmute. Let's see if she can unmute here. April, can you hear us?
April, are you there? In case you can't hear David.
Well, she's
Showing
Can you hear me
you
now?
muted.
There she is.
yeah, we hear you.
Hi.
Hi, April.
Hi, everyone. Hi. I just got signed up the other day, a couple of days ago. I can't remember now. My product should be here soon, so I'm really excited, and I want to thank Renee for introducing me to this business. I've always, currently for the last 31 years, I've been a litigation paralegal, and that's extremely, extremely stressful. So now that my father is aging, I would rather transition out of that so I can help other people, but have the free time to be able to be there and take care of my dad the way I was able to with my mom, and just have the financial means of not worrying about my future. Because working for these lawyers this time, unfortunately, they haven't been as generous as I would have liked, so that I could have had a retirement. So I'm hoping that this will put me in that path and help me take care of and help a lot of people around me that I know have ailments and they could benefit from this wonderful product. So thank you, Renee.
Absolutely.
I really appreciate you thinking of me.
Well, thank you. I'm glad that you joined the team along with me shortly after me. So we're in this together.
Yes, ma'am. Looking forward to it.
April, where do you live?
McAllen, Texas.
Okay, you're in Texas also. Wonderful.
Yes. Yes.
Well, you know what? When I hear people that have a why like that, I hope you plug in and you just look at the training videos and do what Renee came out of the gate doing and started calling people. And
Yes.
your belief and your conviction will go up dramatically the more people you have on the product.
Right.
Start seeing, we can't make the claims, but we know what it does. We can't talk about what it does for lupus or depression or autism or MS. We can't make claims to the public about that. But when you start seeing it happen, especially on children, and sometimes on aging parents, when they sometimes are losing their mental faculties and they start coming back again. I mean, you can't put a price on that, and it kind of gets in you. And I'm excited for you right at the very beginning. So welcome aboard. Debbie and I both welcome you.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank y'all so much.
Absolutely. And there's a lot of stuff going on in Texas, so you're lucky to live in that state. All right. Anyone else with someone new?
All right. Does anybody have any questions about the Bounce Back program? Because it goes until a week from Friday. It's over. We've got a little less than 2 weeks left. And I don't know if anybody has any confusion on it, the amount of money that you make when you enroll somebody, the amount of free product that they get when they enroll. I mean, this is going to end in a few days, a week and a half. If anybody has confusion about the enrolling someone in Europe, when does that end, or in Asia or in Australia, how the bonuses work. Does anybody have, because that's kind of the urgent thing right now, does anybody have any questions regarding the Bounce Back program?
I have a question. I signed up someone yesterday and it said like the 10% off future auto ships, plural, not just your next order. So to me, that says all the auto ships. I'm just
What type of pack did they sign up with?
personal pack.
And it went to 10%?
Yeah, but it said in like green writing, 10% off future auto ships.
I saw the same thing today, Nancy, when I signed up somebody. It was plural, but I just assumed it was a typo.
Yeah, it's probably a typo because if they sign up with a personal pack, it's 10% off of the first one, and then it's 5% off of future ones until they build up. I'll mention it to Karen.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. So people that don't understand what we're talking about here, maybe normally without this program, when you enroll and you enroll with 400 points to 800 points, it bumps you up to your loyalty reward point percentage for your auto ships. It automatically bumps you from 5 to 10. If you enroll with over 800 points, it bumps you up to 15% rebate in product. And then you're just a couple months away from getting to the maximum 20%, which is great. When you're at 20%, you're getting a ton of free product. But during the bounce back program, if you come in with an entrepreneur pack, say, you get 25% off your second order, whether that's your next auto ship order or an on-demand order. It's 25% off your second order, plus the 300 loyalty reward points that you get. And again, you're at the 15. All your auto ships are at 15% until I think, is it 2 or 3, Debbie, when you bump up to 20%? Can't remember. Is it every 2 months or every 3 months?
Every 3 months.
Every 3 months. So 3 months later, you'll be at the maximum 20%. But the entrepreneur pack is the best value for anybody. Anybody.
Yes, it is.
David, in reference to the Europe, I don't have my sheet in front of me, but the Europe ends a week later than us?
Correct.
Yes, because they started a week later also.
Yeah.
So right now, if you enroll someone in Europe or someone enrolls in Europe enrolls in the United States or Australia, there's an overlap. We're all doing it. So the person who does the enrolling, the enroller who's enrolling the new person gets the benefit, whether they're in Europe or the US, and the new person gets the benefit. But come after July 10th until the 17th, Europe is still going. We're done. So if you're in the US and you enroll somebody in France, person in France will get the benefit, but you won't here. You won't get the double fast start bonus because we're out of it. Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah. So we've got another 2 weeks of overlap, and then there'll be a week where just Europe has it. But
David, I came across an issue. I mean, it's not an issue, but I realized make sure that you are active, which means you have a minimum of 100 PV during the qualifying period.
Yeah.
Because I have someone who sent an entrepreneur pack, find out she had an auto sheet for 25 PV, which doesn't make her active, and therefore she didn't get a commission.
Our bonus, yeah. You have to be active, everybody. Active means you have 100 points under your ID number every 5 weeks. An auto ship does that. The only exception for that to get paid is in Philippines, where you need 50 points. That's the only exception. So thank you, Platinum Sylvie Wilmot.
Hi, I have a quick question for the loyalty reward points. If someone signs up, let's say today, is it correct that August, the 29th, that's when the loyalty reward points would be available for them to redeem? Or is it upon the first auto ship, which would be July the 29th?
So you're talking about the loyalty reward points you get because of the bounce back program. When can you redeem them?
Correct.
I don't say things like black and white unless I'm 100% sure, and I'm not. I thought it was after your second one, but I'm not. After your second auto ship. Does anybody know different?
That is what it says. It's after the second.
Yeah, I do believe you need to have at least to go through one auto ship in order for those points. And the points going to be, you can see those points after the 10th of the month.
So hold on. So those are two different things. Joyce, you just said that it was after the second auto ship. Sylvie, you said it's after the first auto ship, the points show up. So that's what we're asking.
Oh.
Isn't it
It's after.
I have a message from Corey Bigley. I asked him this question. I said, with the promo, what's the situation? His message back to me was the 10th day, so the 10th day of the second month after enrolling. In other words, the 10th of your auto ship month. So if someone enrolls today, their auto ship goes July 29th. It's going to be available August 10th.
Right.
Okay. There you go. Thank you.
Thank you.
Another platinum, Danielle Matthews. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Yep.
By the way, they have to have a minimum of 150 PV on that auto ship.
Is it 150? I thought it was 100. It's 150?
No, it's 150 for the promo. It's 150 because I looked at it.
It's an,
Okay.
the order is a minimum 150, not the auto ship.
I thought the auto ship was also, maybe I'm wrong, but I thought it was.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, look.
No,
I
think-
called customer support on that today and I got a confirmation. It is 100 on the auto ship, 150 minimum on the enrollment
Right.
for the promo pack, the personal pack, but then 100 PV on the auto ship.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. That's weird. My GPS just went off giving me directions. I'm not going anywhere. Yeah, so that's an important point. It's 150 point minimum to be in the program on enrollment, the enrollment order. And everybody should. They should get at least a case. Look, everybody, people say, what should people get? What should people get? You're on the medical board. Every person that enrolls should really get 2 cases of product the first month, because that gives them enough to double it after 1 week if they're not seeing changes, and they have a money back guarantee anyway. So the minimum order per person, I think, is 2 cases of ASEA per person and at least 1 tube of gel, maybe 2. Because then they can use the gel on their face and they can use the other tube on people in pain and really get excited very quickly because of what it does. Has anybody used the gel for stroke? If you have, speak up and just share if you would. If not, I'll just share what to do with the gel. You can see some pretty cool things.
I think Lisa Gasanti used it on her dad.
Yeah, I've used it on 2 people. It's Pam.
Hey, Pam.
It's pretty
Hey, how are you?
Tell people what you did. Did you get a result right away?
Yes, on both people. So they rubbed the Renew on their neck, all around their neck, 3 times in 5 minutes. And in this case, the one gentleman rubbed it down his arm. And we did had us both assess the strength in his handshake and, how strong, right? 5 being the strongest, 1 being the weakest.
You're talking about his grip, his handshake grip.
His handshake grip.
And you
Yes.
you did it before you put the gel on and after?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep. And in his case, we both thought that the first handshake grip was about the same. So we waited 10 minutes. We did the same thing again, around the neck, under the throat, around the back, under the hairline, and down the one arm. And it was, he crushed me. It was night and day different.
Pretty cool. And you did it on someone else too?
Yes. Wasn't as significant, still noticeably different though. Same protocol, different arm.
Yeah, so that's thanks, Pam. That's what I was going to say is you a lot of times we don't know the power of what we have here. And it's 90% of people will get a response with things that hurt, will get better, or limited range of motion 3 times in 5 minutes. You want to get it even higher than 90%, slather it on 5 times in 10 minutes. watch what happens. But 3 times in 5 minutes will give you 90% of people will get a response for things that hurt. But stroke, it's over 50%. I mean, it's probably 70%. We can't say that in public. We're not publicizing that, but have someone grip your hand as hard as they can with their weak hand, or grip your forearm as hard as they can and say, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze hard as you can. Really force them. Put the gel on their neck 3 times in 5 minutes, and then at 10 minutes, ask them to do it again. It's pretty significant, and it freaks people out. It's like there's something going on here, you know. And seeing and feeling is believing. So thought I'd throw that out there. Debbie's going to tell you how the gel works for hemorrhoids too. Go ahead, Deb.
Yeah, I tried it on Jackie just recently.
Wonderful. Oh, I'm sure she's like
kidding,
that.
kidding. Did you bring up the stroke for a reason? Did you have a story?
No.
Oh, okay.
I was talking about why to get the gel. Get 2
Yeah.
cases of drink per person in gel, because you can do so many things with it. And it's instant. The drink-
David, my husband just fell this afternoon, and he's probably embarrassed because I'm telling you this, but he fell, and we think he may have broken his wrist, but we're not real sure yet. So we've been applying the Renew. Do you recommend him doing it 5 times in 5 minutes?
No, if the 3 times in 5 minutes is just an easy thing to do. I mean, I fell up the steps and broke my finger, and I kind of knew I did, but it was like I should have gotten an X-ray and I didn't. But you can use it as much as you want. I mean, you can do it 100 times. You can go through a whole tube on your hand. I was throwing kids in the ocean yesterday over the waves, and I pushed one up in the air. My fingers went back, and I hurt my hands. And I felt something, and then this morning I woke up and my hand was stiff, and I was supposed to go golfing. I couldn't bend it, so I just kept putting it on. I'm doing a webinar. I'm putting it on. There's no limit to what you can do with this stuff. The more, the better. And sometimes you need medical attention. I mean, you need, sometimes you need stitches for a wound. So this stops bleeding for a lot of people. It's pretty amazing. But sometimes you have to have medical attention. Sometimes you need to get an X-ray. And if you have a broken bone, you're putting it on, but you're drinking a lot of it too. You bang it up. You start drinking 10 ounces a day instead of 4 ounces a day.
Okay. He's already on 8, so we'll bump it up a little.
Yeah, there's no limit. It costs more, but there's no limit. Yeah.
I can tell you that the gel 3 times in 5 minutes increases my range of motion in my shoulder when I was injured at work, when I was assaulted. So there's a tear, and the inflammation is really bad. The doctor wanted to do surgery, and I made him wait to do this, and I put on 3 times in 5 minutes, and by the 10th minute, I have full range of motion in my shoulder.
Awesome.
I mean, it's amazing.
Yep. All right. Well, we're at 8:40. Does anybody have any questions they want to ask about anything? About the product or the business? Anything while you've got us?
I want to ask something real quick. Okay, so I've been having my husband drink it with me, and he's getting dizziness and stuff. And so I know that it's because his body's detoxing, but he's pretty much telling me he's not going to continue to do it. So how can I convince him? Even though I've told him he's detoxing, he's like, well, I don't want to feel bad.
Well, it's interesting. I'll give you my perspective on it. That, you just said, how do I convince him? It's very hard for a spouse to convince a spouse to do anything, or a parent to convince a kid. It's very important to have a conversation with somebody else. Have you seen the video that I shot on detoxing?
Yes, I watched that today.
Yeah, specifically. And the thing I want to get across to people is that if you're having a reaction, that means you've got bad junk in you that's sitting there, and you got to get it out. And so what you do is you either drink more water, drinking water, to be more hydrated, and or drink a little less of the ASEA at the beginning. I mean, that's the best. To me, it's the best way to get through it and not have the unpleasant symptoms of the toxins coming out. But it's telling you that you've got bad stuff in you, and it's really important to be drinking it instead of saying, no, I don't like the way I feel. I'm just going to stop, and have that stuff just still sitting in your cells. And you can't have everybody say, oh, I get it, I'll do it. Most people, if they hear it from somebody else, they'll say, and I'll drink more water and I'll cut back on the ASEA a little bit.
So maybe I should have him watch the video because I didn't show it to him. I just watched it.
Definitely. If he wants
Yeah.
to talk to me, I mean, I'm in the video. If he wants to talk to me, I'm happy to talk to him. But the more people that people hear from are hearing the same message, right, from experience, the more it starts making sense, you know?
Right.
You might also tell him, though, that after he finishes having that, most people who have talks feel amazing afterwards. They're the ones with the best testimonials.
Yeah.
So if you don't feel really good, just push through that. It doesn't usually last very long at all.
Yeah.
Maybe a day or two.
Sometimes a week or two. And sometimes it'll happen in the 3rd or 4th month when the heavy metals start coming out. It takes a little
Right.
longer for that. But
Okay.
yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I mean, you're on the product for 6 months and you're golden. I mean, you know. And by the way, at 6 months doesn't mean everything that's going to get better is better. It's just people absolutely know. And it's like, okay, they just turned the clock back 7 years. Let's turn it back another 7 years and keep doing it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
That.
I have a quick question. Is there any way to use the gel on somebody with dementia to assist in that?
Yeah,
Or just
sure.
by drinking?
If you put it on the base of the neck, which is one of the best places, put it on the carotid arteries. You can even put it on the forehead. It's really close to where it needs improvement. And of course, are they drinking it also?
They will be.
Okay, because that would be imperative. But anyway, if you keep rubbing the Renew on the base of the neck and the carotid arteries and stuff over and over, it'll just help make it that much faster.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Any neurological thing you're talking about, whether it's stroke or Parkinson's, anything, because what you're doing is you're putting it on the throat, and it's like,
Speak into the microphone. We can't hear you.
just like when you there's a lot of background noise. When you put the gel on your finger 3 times in 5 minutes and it feels better, it works just as well on the hip, which is very deep joint. Works just as well. So it shows you that it's getting in. And when you put it on the throat over the carotids, it's getting into the bloodstream very quickly. As soon as you put it in your mouth to drink, it's getting into your bloodstream as well, which is in your face. But just rub, you're not drinking it all day. Put it on the carotid, put it on the back of the neck. It gets into the cerebral spinal fluid. And when we say gets in, it's already there. I mean, this is in us already. It's not some drug or something, but anything that neurological, put, like Debbie said, around the neck and the throat. Yep.
Thank y'all so much.
You bet.
Of course, April.
David, I have a quick question. It's Sean. I have a preferred customer who's a very good friend. She has MS, and she had a huge backlog of ASEA. She just sort of stopped taking it. She had like 4 cases. And she's also had some experiences, but not huge. And I suggested to her to take 2 ounces every 2 hours and she's actually been doing this for like a week and a half. And she just texted me, and I won't say her name, but she had a huge bowel movement, and it was extraordinary, and she was really happy to be able to have that gunk move through her system. My question to you is there any upper limit on how long she can be taking the 2 ounces every 2 hours?
The excess turns into saline. So, there's a debate as to what's the maximum amount that's needed. When is too much? When is it too much where it's just a waste? It's not going to hurt you. And there's a debate between 16 ounces and 32 ounces. I think everybody's different. I don't think there is an exact number. You give me somebody who's 95 years old, they need a lot. You give me somebody who's 500 pounds, they need a lot. You need somebody who's really, really sick, they need a lot. So somewhere between 16 and 32 ounces is what people look at as to be kind of like, it's debatable about taking any more than that, whether it's going to do anything, but it can't hurt.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Even if you calculate the sodium in drinking a bottle, I mean, there's just not even much sodium in an entire bottle, really. I mean, you get
Right.
more out of a big glass of tomato juice.
She feels really great. So
Sean, my two friends that had really bad health issues that were taking 2 ounces every 2 hours, they both did it for 3 months at least, until they were healed.
wow. Okay.
Okay.
I'll let her know. Thank you.
Okay. Of course.
Do a product question night. This is good. I like it.
Your fave.
All right. Anybody else have a question that we can help with? Hit your chicken list, everybody. Call while we're still got a week and a half. Call all the people you know who have big spheres of influence, who are go-getters, who just don't hold back. I mean, what's going to happen is you're going to call. Some of you are going to call people in 2 weeks and say, "Oh, I wish I, I'd called you earlier. There was a really good deal last month, but just now's the time. Now's the time."
And if anybody wants to understand a little bit better about, how much money you save and how much money you're getting and the real bargain of all of this, Danielle did a great 3-minute video. I put it on my Facebook, Debbie's Diamond Club. If anybody wants to go watch it, it's 3 minutes, but it's excellent. And you can also send that to people if they're interested in having somebody join you or something, join them.
It clearly shows the benefits. She recorded one that was for the enrollers to understand the benefits, and there was one that they could just show the person they're talking to the benefits.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody has it. Paste it in the. I have it on my phone. I don't have it on this laptop. Let me paste it in there. There you go. Danielle just popped it in. Thanks, Danielle. There's the one about the Entrepreneur Pack. That's great. The benefits of that.
Thanks, Danielle. That was great.
Yeah.
Do we have,
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, do we have any videos that I could show a prospect that has irritable bowel syndrome, Crohn's disease, things of that nature?
We don't really have videos on specific diseases, but there's 2 resources that are amazing. And one is redoxexperiences.com, and that's on our Winfrastructure document. We have an infrastructure called the Winfrastructure document. Everything's on there. So ask Renee, and Renee can ask Catherine for that. And then also there's a Facebook group called ASEA Heal Thyself, Healthy Self. And you can just go, once you're in it, it's a secret group. Once you're in it, you go to the search bar and you put in irritable bowel or intestinal issues, and all the testimonials come up. But we don't really have videos. The company, and we don't make videos. Like my dad had prostate cancer. I can't make a video about prostate cancer. We can't make claims, but you can find testimonial sites.
Great, thank you.
And then lastly, I shot a video called whyitspossible.com, which just talks about cells and why, any issue that you have is a cellular problem, whether it's an irritable bowel problem or a kidney problem or lung problem. And people say, well, how is it possible one product can do all this? I shot a video, Why It's Possible, and it's 10 minutes. It's pretty simple.
Great, thank you.
Hey, David. Is the all of the redox experiences on that site where you can go alphabetically, are the ones that are on the charge up calls in the morning cataloged and put in there by any chance?
No, I think some of the people that share, they're already in there. But no.
Alan Noble is putting together all the testimonials that he's had with the videos on his Discover ASEA night, and he will have a library of them with their voices and all the emotion in it available probably maybe this fall.
Nice.
He's working on it now.
Great.
That'll be a good one.
Everybody look at Danielle pop those videos in there. Did she put them in? Let's see. Yeah, so you can copy those and save them. Thanks, Danielle. All right. Hey, have a great week, everybody. Tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern, I'm doing a Zoom. Ask the Doctor, invite guests, and hopefully I can help you tomorrow night with my microphone in my face like this. Is it better?
I won't tell you what it looks like, but that's okay.
It's better talking into the side of it like this.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Just weird.
David, it's really not a good site.
Yeah, I know. I'm not digging it myself, but that's okay.
Really not a good site.
All right.
Could you put it down a little further?
Doesn't make you a bad guy, David. Don't worry about it.
Everybody says it doesn't sound good if it's far away. I don't know what to do.
We just can't hear you. It's not that it doesn't sound good. It's like you have to hold the microphone when you're speaking, on stage. You have to hold it right up to you.
How is this? Is this okay?
That's better. Yes.
Is everybody think this is okay? All right. Then all right.
You can see it's a microphone then. It doesn't look like, well, never mind.
Yeah. All right. All right. Guys.
I'm surprised Bruce didn't say anything when he had my phone in his hand.
All right. You guys, I have a clean mind. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Have a great week,
Do
everybody.
you see everybody laughing on this whole video now?
Yes. For all the new people, they don't know yet.
With the skinny dipping in the beginning.